Hi Zoe, I see you out there. Hey virtual world, TC Fit trainer Michelle here. Get back so you can see me on the camera. We are doing core and stretch today, 25 minutes. We've got 4 people here in the gym and we might see 1 or 2 more trickle in, which is okay. You're gonna want a mat on the floor. We're gonna start with a 5-minute standing warm up and then we will move into core-based exercise for about 10 minutes. And then we will finish with 10 minutes of stretching. This is your workout, so adjust. Any movement can be modified to meet your body's needs. And along with that, I like to wear my tennis shoes when I do this, but it is a slipper safe or a sock safe workout, so that's kind of up to you as well. And we're getting started in 20 seconds, so I'm gonna check that chat box one more time if there's any questions. All looks good. Let's everybody standing together. We are gonna start with some shoulder rolls, rolling those shoulder blades down and back. I always get a few pops and cracks, that's okay, as long as it's not painful. And when you're ready, drop those shoulders down and back, feet are wide. We go squat and reach. Think about your breath here. We want to slow this down. We're going to inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. So we might not all be moving at the exact same pace. That's okay. No holding the breath. Always oxygen moving one way or the other. Give yourself 2 more repetitions. All the way to the top, lock the fingers together, gently press towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch or that lengthening under the armpits. Soft knees, we want good circulation all the way from the toes to the fingertips. And we're gonna bend to the right. Exhale all the way over through that rainbow, bend to the left. And again. Keep this moving at your own pace. 4 more, so 2 on each side. Should feel good. Last one. And relax again, rolling those shoulder blades out. Hands come out in front, torso rotation. Again, a few pops and cracks is okay. I don't want any pain with this. We're supposed to feel good today. I love my Thursday class. I love you guys coming in because we all get to move, increasing that circulation, that oxygen. Feeling good here. 2 more. And we're gonna reach across the body. Again, this does not need to be fast, but get that rotation through the torso. Point the toe behind. Reach, reach. Can you get 1 more inch towards that wall? 4 more here. Last one, good. Shoulder blades squeeze. So you can do this with the hands low, you can do this with the hands high, but it's like you're creating those wrinkles in your t-shirt. If you want a little more movement, we tap back, just a little bit of a glute and hamstring engagement here. Four more here. And we move to the top of your mat. We're gonna roll this down slow. Start with the crown of the head, tuck the chin, rolling through the neck. I want this to take you 20 to 30 seconds to get to the floor. Through the thoracic spine, into that low back, the lumbar spine, and out to the tailbone, the hips. You start to feel that gentle pull in the hamstrings. You might get your fingertips to the floor, or if you need to bend your knees to get there, that's okay. Then we start to walk the hands out, all the way out to your push-up position. So we're gonna start here with a 3-minute plank set. If at any point during this 3-minute plank set you need to take a break, don't hesitate to do that. But we start by all setting our bodies with our shoulders right over our wrist, our shoulder blades tucked down and back. Your eyes are looking towards the top of your mat. That's going to get your neck in a nice straight line with the rest of your spine. Think about that midsection. Tighten up the internal belt so we feel those abs engage. Think about your glutes and your inner thighs all squeezing towards the midline. You might feel those ankles squeeze as well. From this point, I want you to, if you want to challenge, take this into a shoulder, an alternating shoulder tap. We're going 20 seconds before we switch up to our next plank position. So you can either hold or do the shoulder tap. Your choice. Try not to rock side to side too much with that. Holding steady. You're doing great. Before we move, we have 10 more. Finding that breath. Here's 4, 3, 2. Lower to the elbows, elbows to toes. This is the second part of our plank. Option here to march the knees. Not fast, keep it slow and controlled. You're pushing through. You should be starting to feel the body work. Again, if at any point you need to take that short 10-second break, lower the belly to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, side plank, rolling to your side. I'm going to take this from my elbow to my shoulder, but you're welcome to take it all the way up onto the hand. Reach for that ceiling. That's going to encourage you to create this little rainbow arch through the lower or the side of your body. Feel those obliques squeeze and work for you here. If you want added intensity, we're going to dip and reach. 20 seconds remaining on this side. Anybody wondering how much time we have left in this 3 minutes? We're past the halfway mark, I'll tell you that much. And take your side plank, roll it forward, elbows to toes. Find that alignment from the crown of the head to the heels of the feet. We're going to take this into a pike. So from the tailbone, it reaches up towards the ceiling. You feel that ab squeeze, but it gives you that slight break from the plank. And then we come back down to neutral. We're not dipping. It's a flat back. And then a pike, pull that tailbone up. And neutral. You're welcome to hold the plank here for the entire time or continue the pike. It's about every 4 counts or so that we change position. You can also do the same pike position from the hands if you want that full push-up plank position. That's an option for you there. One more, pike towards the ceiling. Squeeze those abs. Back to neutral. Side plank on the other side. You know which side hasn't worked yet. If the ankles are too much, you're welcome to bring this down to the knees. Choose what works best for you. We're reaching for the ceiling, creating this little rainbow on our lower obliques. And we're going to add the dip as an option. Whew, good push. Last 20 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Drop your body to the belly. Woo, good. Off to a great start with that first set. We're gonna put the hands in next to the armpits, gentle prone press up. It should feel good to lengthen through the abdominal wall. No pinching in the low back, we release. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Press up as feels best for you. If you wanna take it all the way up to your yoga cobra, that's your choice. All the way towards the floor. 1 more press. Release any tension in the feet, the legs, the glutes. We want to relax. all the way to the floor. Supermans or superheroes. Option to use a light weight. Hands under the forehead's a little easier. Hands extended out is a little tougher. We lift, squeeze, and release. Lift, squeeze, and release. Keeping that pace. For my advanced exercisers, you're gonna lift to the top and hold. We're going about 30 seconds with this exercise. Your choice here. So our plank set was working all the way through the shoulders, through the midsection, even potentially into the hips and glutes. Our next set is really focusing on the posterior, the back side of the body. So right now that gentle squeeze is through the low back, no pinching. And our next exercise is going to be posterior glutes and low back. When you're ready, release, rolling to your back. We are taking this into our hip bridge. If you have a weight and you want that added intensity, it sits low on the pelvis. I want you to think about pressing into the floor with both feet. That's going to lift your hips towards the ceiling. Feel those hamstrings, the back of the legs, and the glutes do the work. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. They've already done enough for us today. Option to take this into a pulse, a slow pulse. So you drop 2 inches, and then you squeeze to the top. Lower 2 inches, squeeze to the top. I want both legs working equally here. Think exhale. It's not a fast exercise. Four more. Two more. Last repetition. And then I want you to lower to the floor really slowly. Start with those vertebrae between your shoulder blades, then work slowly down your back to your lumbar spine, and then the hips gently touch the floor to release. Both feet are coming up, new exercise. Start with that tabletop. So knees are at 90, ankles are at 90, and abs are drawn in. You're gently pressing that low back towards the floor. We're gonna keep the legs where they're at and focus on our upper body. Arms go overhead and hover. If you have that weight, use it. You can do this with just body weight as well. Tuck those shoulder blades down and back. Arms are not gonna move. Legs are gonna press forward about 6 inches. You'll start to feel those abs work or shake, and then draw the knees back in. So we press forward, hold, and release. So a few modifications. If you don't want to use a weight and you want to keep the arms right up over the chest, that's an option. If you want to take this to an alternating heel tap, also an option, a little lower intensity rather than pushing both legs forward. Choose what works best for you. We're going to go about 10 more seconds with this exercise. Last repetition, then draw those knees in, gentle low back stretch, rock side to side. Next exercise, feet are moving to the floor. This is going to be a full sit-up. So you can go hands across the chest or behind the head. You're going to rock the body all the way up to the top. If you have a weight, you can use that to create a little bit of momentum and take you to the top. And then we're going to slow lower all the way down. So working at your own pace, but ultimately it's a lift. And then a 4, 3, 2, 1, lower, all the way up. For my advanced exercisers, you're like, oh my gosh, Michelle, give me something harder. You're gonna sit up to that sit up, rock side to side with your Russian twist, each side once, all the way down, and pull it up. Twist, twist, lower. So again, 2 options here. Choose what works best for you. I really like this slow lower, because it forces me to say what's working. this abdominal wall from my rib cage to my pelvis. And that's my goal today. 30 seconds, so you're choosing the exercise that's best for you. I'll let you know when that time is up. Good push, you're doing great. 10 seconds. Make your next repetition your last one. Everybody lowers to the floor. If you need it, full body stretch. We have 1 minute remaining in our abdominal work today. We're gonna do the side sweep. You guys know this is one of my favorites. Hands go behind the head. You gently lift the shoulder blades off the floor so you're feeling that abdominal crunch. I do not want any pulling, no neck tension. One hand sweeps out along the floor. It's almost going to touch the side of the ankle. Then we pull back to center, switch sides, sweep out towards that ankle, squeezing those glutes, pull back to center. So my advanced exercisers, keep this going at a nice quick clip. Shoulder blades are off the floor the entire time. If you need a break, every time you come back to center, you take that break. You lift into the crunch, hit one side, pull back to center, lower to the floor. Slow does not mean easier. Slow is often more of a challenge for those muscles. And that's okay. Choose what works best for you. You guys are doing great. 15 seconds. Last push today. Ask your body to work a little harder than it's used to. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. I'm giving you snaps and cheers. You made it. Full body stretch. Now the reward. Reach those toes away from the fingers. Whew. We're going to draw both knees towards the shoulders, so I like to take one at a time. Gentle knee hug. That's going to give you a little stretch through this lower part of the back, through the tailbone, the muscles around that tailbone. I like a little space between the knees. It allows me to draw the knees in a little closer. Sometimes people like to rock right to left. As we move through our stretching today, you're always welcome to move at your own pace. Hang out where you want. If you need a little longer time here, stay here. Or if you're ready, left leg lowers all the way to the floor. Left toes are up, left knee is low. Right knee is our focus. We're going to draw this over towards the left shoulder, so across the body, and give this a hug. This should take that stretch from center of the low back into a full right size glute stretch. Stretch, we want lengthening of the muscle, but no pain. We're gonna hit the same stretch on the opposite side. So I release my right leg all the way to the floor, right toes point towards the ceiling, left knee comes in, and I hug it towards the right shoulder, so across the torso. Whew. I can tell my left side's a little tighter than my right. It's okay, we're not symmetrical. But it gives me that little warning that maybe when I'm sitting at my desk later today, I want to add that hip cradle in just to give this side a little more love. And release the left knee. We're going to roll to our sides. I'm protecting my head and neck, just giving myself a little pillow with my arm. Reaching for my top ankle. We're stretching through the quads, the front side of the thighs. If this area is tight, your knee's going to want to slide up. Try to draw those knees in close together. If you have a little more flexibility here, let's take that top knee and slide it back. I'm watching the clock, and we're going to hold this side a full 30 seconds. If that's too much for you, don't hesitate to release sooner. And there's no rush. As you're ready for that release, flip it all the way over to the other side. Same quad stretch here. Our goal is to feel this through the front of the thigh. It's okay to have a little pressure on the knee or a little pressure on the hip, but nothing painful. Find that breath, that inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Whew. Our body uses that oxygen all day, every day, and a lot of times we do it without even thinking about it. When you're ready for your slow release, we're taking the body up to hands and knees. So however that feels best for you. We reach the point where the wrists are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips, the toes are relaxed. We're gonna draw the chin in, arching the back, and release belly towards the floor, eyes come up. We hit 2 or 3 repetitions here based on how it feels for you. When you're ready to find your neutral, think about your eyes looking just out in front of your hands, your tailbone pressing back towards the, or pointing back towards the wall behind you. I'm gonna take my right hand to my right ear. So for my thoracic rotation, I rotate and look towards the side of the wall. My elbow moves towards the ceiling. Then I draw back to center. I want you to take this about 4 counts up and 4 counts back to neutral. You have the choice. If you're like, I like this rotation, but this isn't the one for me, you can take that full arm up and then thread that needle all the way down to a posterior shoulder hold. So 2 options there. Either way, our goal is to create that rotation through the middle spine, through the thoracic spine. Finish out your repetition, then come back to center. Take 2 or 3 yoga cat-cows to re-find your neutral, and then we're gonna hit that rotation on the other side. Again, your choice, 4 counts to stretch, 4 counts back to neutral. Option to thread that needle through all the way through. Everybody's doing the stretch that's best for them today. Hit about 2, maybe 3 more repetitions here. And when you're ready, we return to neutral. We're gonna tuck the toes, lead with the tailbone, pressing all the way up into our downward facing dog. So tailbone reaches towards the ceiling, fingertips spread out, lengthen. Both feet are even on the floor, and you have the option to march the heels or march the knees. Lengthen through the backside of the legs. And press both heels to the floor. As you're ready for it, we walk the hands back. We're staying low. We're coming into our low squat. Low squat here. I like this, eyes come up. Option to squeeze out on the knees a little bit here. I know this low squat is not for everyone, so choose what works best for you. We are gonna return to standing. We do this slowly. I don't want anybody to feel lightheaded. Move at the pace that's gonna work best for you. I like to lead with my tailbone all the way up. If you remember that curl down we did after our warm up today, we're just reversing that. Through the hamstrings, through that low back, mid back, shoulders, and neck. When you get to the top, give yourself a little space between your feet. We're gonna rock side to side. Eyes are up, we're feeling good. I'm gonna hold on the left, feeling that nice long lengthening through the inside of the right. And then we rock it side to side. I'm holding on the right, feeling that stretch on the left. And we pull it back to center, rocking side to side. I'm going to take this right side. I'm going to point the toes out wide. That's going to allow me with my arms as I windmill down to have a little brace. So my right side braces as my left side reaches for the ceiling. Some people might even take this over the head. We want this fingertips, arms, flat under that armpit, into those obliques. They worked for us today all the way out to the glute stretch. Eyes are forward. And as you're ready for it, the arms windmill back up. Switch the toes. So right toes are forward, left toes are out. We windmill down. Left arm braces against that inner thigh, gives us that added support so we can focus on the stretch. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Can you get 2 inches longer? You're gonna leave here taller today, I know it. When you're ready, windmill those arms up. Walk those feet in. I like just a little shoulder, arm over arm, loosens everything up. Roll those shoulder blades down and back. Thank you all for joining me today. 25 minutes goes so fast. I'm so glad you were out there. If you're already looking forward to next week, Monday, strength, you will see me. Kendall's on vacation. Wednesday is on the treadmills, Trekking 2 with Matt. If you want to be here Wednesday, make sure you sign up because you need to reserve a treadmill. I can help with that. If you're looking 2 weeks ahead, Wellness Week. All the classes are going to be at noon. That's all posted on MindBody, or reach out to the fitness team if you have any questions. We'll see you guys later. Bye.